For the first time in the United States, the FDA has approved an over-the-counter, I should say, oral contraceptive, Opill, making it the first hormonal contraceptive pill available in the US without having to get a prescription. This catches us up to many, many other countries. This one is known as the mini pill. It contains one hormone, progestin. It's taken daily. First approved by the FDA as a prescription in 1973, and the FDA says it's approving the over-the-counter version for all users of reproductive age, including teenagers, a move that's expected to remove barriers to access and reduce the risk of unintended pregnancies, of which there are literally millions every year. This particular pill is found to be 93% effective in preventing pregnancy with typical use. It does have to be used at the same time every day, and if that sort of like window every day is broken, its efficacy drops rapidly, and you should use other techniques, so don't consider it. No form of contraception is 100% successful, just bear that in mind. But as I alluded to, over 100 countries already have over-the-counter contraceptives. It is ridiculous that it took the United States this long to get to this point. But hopefully, perhaps sometime in the next 6 months or so, this might be available, and I think it's gonna help a lot of people, both in reducing the cost, reducing the inconvenience of having to constantly go back to the doctor to re-up your prescription, and also for some people who might have parents who are not supportive of this sort of thing, it might make it a little bit easier to exercise bodily autonomy. River, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's wild the ways in which the United States lags behind other countries, but we need Amazon drivers, so we often do it, and we need more capital to extract. So, do you know what the cost is associated with this, John?
I don't know what in the end it's going to be. I don't think that anyone knows for sure, but the expectation is that it is going to have to be relatively low, particularly because it's not expected that most insurance is going to cover it.
Right, yeah. I'm also like, shout out to any retail pharmacy workers for looking the other way when you see a teen stealing it. It should be free. It should be free and available everywhere. I mean, I'm like, this is not enough, because I also know the shame of it being a 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old and having to go buy it somewhere, and you're interacting with a human, or people's opinions are still around in this puritanical country. So I'm like, it should be free, just like condoms should be free, just like tampons should be free. Like there's so many things that we need that are basic necessities of life that obviously other people disagree with me that that's what it is, but these things should be free and freely available.
You are describing civilization, I think.
That's right.
And I don't know that we're ready for that just yet. Barbarism is familiar and comfortable.
It feels good to be terrified all at once. It makes Mission Impossible that much easier to watch, John.
Oh my God. By the way, I will say one of the reasons that was given for the delays in allowing it to be provided over the counter was potential side effects such as vaginal bleeding, and whether users, particularly teenagers, would know to seek the help of a healthcare provider. And I will reiterate, as I do so many times, the fact that a medication has side effects is not a justification for legally barring it.
No.
That is conveniently used in certain cases. We do not apply that across the board to every form of medication, because every form of medication has side effects. We allow people to adjudicate that with their doctors. That's right. What we do. We don't just ban it.
And if we actually had universal healthcare in this country where you could get to a doctor in a relatively simple manner, side effects would not be an issue. However, the wait times and availability of literally medical care for a teenager, specifically a teen girl, is like few and far between. So that is actually the issue, as opposed to the side effects that most medications might give you.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.